I just watched the UFC 236 press conference live with Holloway versus Poirier 2. I've got to admit, wasn't the most interesting press conference, but, you know, some questions got asked. Terrible questions, of course. You got Kelvin Gastelum versus Israel Adesanya on the co-main event. Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway on the main event. A question was asked as to why, because, you know, historically the heavier weights have gone first and the lower weights have gone second as the co-main event. So the heavier weights always get the main event spot, but then, obviously, as we know, Max Holloway is a champion already. And he's technically making a super fight right now. Even though it's for the interim belt, he's still like attempting a super fight because he's getting a belt at a different weight class, interim or not. Now, can I just say something? Israel Adesanya is a bit weird to me. I don't know. I feel like it's almost too... He's very strange to me. You know? He kind of just bigs himself... He doesn't give anyone ever any credit. What he did in this interview is he tried to dig at Kelvin a little bit. But Kelvin didn't bite. Very smart of him. He doesn't want to get into an emotional sort of trash-talking thing. Kelvin isn't that sort of person naturally. So, you know... It would be bad if these two started talking shit because they're not really big shit talkers. But Israel had his little digs at him. Tried to sort of say, you know, and I'm going to roll over Kelvin. Go on, talk shit to me. And Kelvin just wasn't biting on it at all. Kelvin had some things to say. Max Holloway got a huge cheer. Max Holloway's a superstar. You know? Max Holloway's the most well-known guy on this table. You know? I didn't realise that. I didn't realise how much of a cheer he'd get. But people love this guy. People really do. And then Dustin Poirier and then the Tony Ferguson situation got cleared up. He said, listen, we call you to fight for the title. You answer yes. Or don't waste our time. Tony Ferguson answered no. So he doesn't get the title shot. Simple as. I like that. I like that cut and dry of the whole thing. You know, just said it out. You know what? We call you for the title. You say no. Okay, you don't fight for the fucking title. Doesn't matter how high ranked you are. You keep saying no to a title shot. Well, you don't fight for a fucking title, that's it. But can I just say one thing about these press conferences? UFC 236 press conference. You've got Kelvin Gastelum, big fucking name. Israel Adesanya, huge fucking name. Dustin Poirier, big name. Max Holloway, one of the pound for pound best of all time. Currently, top 4 in the pound for pound rankings, at number 4. You've got these 4 people on the panel, and the media are just shit. The media are so bad at asking questions. It is the same shit every time. I swear to God. Are you ready for this fight? Are you preparing differently for this fight, or is it just going to be a normal training camp? How do you feel about the quick turnaround? You know, Max, how do you feel about fighting for an interim belt? Do you guys like the new belt? It's just the media's job... Take about everything else. The media's job is to ask questions. That's their job. Their job is to ask the best questions they can. So naturally, 24 hours a day, they should be thinking, what's the questions I can ask these guys? Okay? That's what they're thinking in their heads. What are the questions I can ask these guys? And they come out with that fucking shit every time. Guys, this has lit a fire in my stomach. Okay? In my huge stomach. This has lit a fire. Once I sort this shit out, I'm going places, boys. Okay, I'm going to take over the fucking MMA game on YouTube first. But then we'll get to the media. I want to be part of the media now. Because these guys are asking shit fucking questions. And you're telling me you've got those 4 names on your panel. And you can talk for... You have enough questions for 14 minutes? The whole of the media has 14 minutes worth of questions? Fucking shame on you. Your job is to ask good questions, and you ask the same fucking questions to these guys every fucking time. I understand there's some mandatory questions that you need to ask, but it's getting to the point now where fucking come on, guys. Ask them something different. Is there a re-motivation for this fight coming off that last thing that happened? Just have questions designed and personalized and tailored for a specific fighter based on the situation they're in. Because right now, the media are asking questions. And that question could go to any fucking fighter. These media guys need to really fucking sit there an hour before the fucking whatever press event they're doing and just think to themselves, how can I come up with a question tailor-made for the person I'm asking it to? Honestly, this has made me want to get into the MMA media game. At some point, where if I build a big enough audience, thanks to you guys liking and subscribing, I see you. We're making big moves right now. I'm going to be on the media scene real soon. I'm going to take over Ariel Helwani. Ariel Helwani wasn't here. But the questions that they asked these guys, 14 minutes worth of questions for a fucking pay-per-view event. Are you joking me? Fuck you. Dana White at the end of it, he said, no more questions? Okay. And every time the camera switches onto these guys to ask their question, it's like they didn't know they were asking questions until the camera was pointed at them. You know, it's like, oh, me? Question? I guess, like, what the fuck are you doing? It's your job to have a question ready, and you're doing a shit fucking job of it. And I'm sick of this shit. Every fucking time you ask the same fucking questions. There are some exceptions. There are some sensational interviewers that get the best out of the fighters, that ask them questions that are tailor-made and personalised to them. But I'm fucking sick of this shit. Your job is to ask good questions and formulate good questions to the fighters. That's your fucking job. And you're doing a shit job of it. I'm going to take over the MMA media scene. Watch me. This has just created a new fucking alternative branch of my tree right now. We're taking over YouTube first. Me and you guys. It's not just me. It's you guys as well. We're taking over the scene first on YouTube. Then we're going to start branching out. The tree is growing on YouTube. Branch, MMA Media. The first branch. And I'll take over that as well. These questions are shit. Fucking hell. How are we supposed to get hyped about a fight when you're asking guys the same... How are they supposed to get fun answers out of people when... Do you think you're going to win? Do you guys think you're going to win against each other? You know, how do you feel about a quick turnaround? Dustin, you know, you said you were angry, but now you're happy. Tell us about that. Like, fucking Jesus Christ, guys. So shit. I'm disappointed. I really am. Also, big news came out as well, though. Just from Dana White himself, from no questions being asked. Someone mentioned McGregor Cerrone, and Dana White comes in. He says, McGregor Cerrone doesn't look like it's happening anytime soon. We're looking for different fights for Cerrone right now. It's happening. Dana White said it's not happening. It's happening. June 6th, guaranteed. Dana said it isn't happening, which means it's fucking happening. Oh my god, Conor versus Cerrone is official. Jesus Christ. That's a good fight. But Jesus, though. Are you excited about the new belt? Are you excited? What do you think about what Eddie Alvarez said? You fucking morons in the media right now. It's your job to ask good questions, and you come out with the same shit every time. It's like you're not even fucking trying to have any kind of personality, and they stand up and they don't even have to use a fucking microphone properly. They're holding the mic down like this. Like, you fucking morons. I'm going to take over the MMA media game. That's my next goal, guys. After we establish ourselves on YouTube as the premier MMA channel, MMA media is next. I want to get the best interviews for these guys. Max Holloway plays Fortnite. He has a son. Ask him about how it's like. Ask him personalised fucking questions. Kelvin Gastelum likes playing sports. He likes playing FIFA. Ask him about that shit. Ask him about the fight as well. But give yourself another question tailor-made to the fighter. Israel Adesanya loves anime. Ask him about Naruto. Ask him about Attack on Titan. He talks about weebs all the time. You know? He talks about Dragon Ball Z. Ask him a question tailor-made to that. Him mentioning that he likes Dragon Ball Z is him reaching out for help for the media and saying, this is who I am, by me saying this about Dragon Ball Z. Get me in with this niche audience by asking me the correct questions. And instead they go, Israel, you fought a lot this year. How'd you feel? Fuck me, man. Jesus, fuck it. I'm sick of it, guys. The media is shit in this game. There's a few good ones. John Morgan sticks out. He's a good one. He's a real good one. Ariel Helwani is another good one. And even then, that's saying something. Ariel Helwani's a good interviewer. But if he's the best there is, Jesus Christ. We need some better fucking media members, I swear. That's shameful. I'll see you later, guys. I just finished watching it and I just had to say something, so I'm making this video. I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. We're about to take this shit over. And I'll remember everyone. Karl Marx, Sweeney, someone's name. Let me just shout out a few of your guys' names. Because I see you all here. Let me shout out a few fucking names right now. If I miss you out, I'm sorry. But I'm going to show you I care. Taylor Carlton. D'Amica Reynolds, Killer Shamo, Lonesome Not I, PDT Star, Tim Scott, Raymond Sweeney, Onyx King Me, Karl Marx, Aaron Griffith, Drew Cummins Guy, History Pete's, Torren Brown, Muay Thai 23, even though you're a fucking troll, you're here, so I appreciate you. Caleb Ramirez. If I missed you, I'm sorry. We're taking over this shit. We're taking over the fucking game. Jesus Christ. Like and subscribe. Ariel Helwani better watch himself. I'm about to take over. Give me a year.